yourself to go inward. We're going to take a big breath in through our nose, and then we're going to exhale it back out through your nose. So we'll take 4 of those together. So take a big breath in through your nose, and then let it out through your nose. Another big breath in through your nose. Exhale it out. Inhale. And release. Last one. Big breath in through your nose. And send it back out. Now that you're a little more centered and grounded, you want to keep your eyes closed. Just going to visualize your day unfolding. Really allow yourself to visualize yourself showing up as that person that you vision. So how do you interact with your kids or your loved ones? What do you say to them when they maybe are doing something to annoy you or that you don't approve of? What does that look like? How does your highest self respond in that situation? What does your higher self do when it meets a challenge today? Something you weren't expecting happened. How does she respond? What does she say? How does she show up? And I want you to just go through your day and picture yourself showing up in each and every way as that person that you picture yourself to be. Okay, you can take it. Go ahead and open our eyes. Bring a smile to your face. Say hi to that awesome version of yourself that you know and love. And we're going to start today by taking your right hand and bringing it to your left knee. And then your left hand just reaches up and over. And you're just creating a nice deep stretch along that left side body. And if you feel your left hip or butt start to come up, just push it back down. And maybe your gaze goes up, maybe it stays forward. As long as you have that deep stretch in your left side and your neck is comfortable doing whatever it wants to do. And bring it back up. Then we're going to switch sides. So bringing your left hand to your right knee and grabbing it. And then your right hand reaches all the way up and then over. And just lean into that whole right side stretch. Maybe you look up. Come back up to center. And then inhale, bring your arms all the way up to the sky. And on your exhale, allow your right hand to fall right back behind your body, like almost in the center and touching. And then your left hand comes to your right knee, and you're almost creating that like twisting. So imagine yourself as a sponge, and you're just like wringing yourself out. And on your inhale, lengthen your spine and come up. And on your exhale, you're squeezing and you're releasing that side. And you can play with it, so bring your hand closer or farther apart. Inhaling as you go up and exhaling as you crunch down. Release and come back up, arms up. Then falling to the other side. So mimicking that same stretch on the other side. Inhaling and coming up, and exhaling and squeezing all the air out. Inhale, come back up. Palms fall back on your knees. And for this next stretch, you're gonna lean up nice and tall with your spine, and then your belly button almost wants to align with that left knee. So your belly button and your left knee are almost aligned. Then you're gonna lean forward, and then just kind of, once you reach your belly and your knee together, then you just take like one big swoop, and then you come back. So get kind of fluid and do this at your own pace. It's just some guidelines that I gave you. So your belly is aligned, and then you fold over, folding always from the core, not your back. And then you're just doing like one big sweeping motion. We'll do a couple of those, then we'll switch sides. And this just opens up your back and your hips and just feels so good. Once you've gone a few ways in one direction, switch it up. I think I went left first, yes, so I'm going to the right. Make sure your belly button and knee are aligned, and then like swooping motion. And get creative in here, like just feel that fluidity in your body. Yes, perfect. Maybe your body's cracking like mine right now. Oh, perfect. And we'll meet back in center. Now we're going to move up on our mat today. So we're going to get onto our tabletop position, which your knees are directly beneath your hips and your hands are directly beneath your wrists. Scoot my mat up a little bit. And then we're going to take a couple cat-cows. So on your inhale, you reach your nose to the sky, drop your belly. And then on your exhale, you round your spine, pushing all the air out. And I'll let you take a few of those on your own, one breath per movement. So inhaling as you're pushing down with your fingers in your mat, and you're just pushing your nose up to the sky and dropping the belly. And then exhale, rounding your spine. And you can even try to, if you feel like you need to push up with your shoulder a little more on one side or strip the leg out. This is all your practice. So I really invite you to get into your own body, and whatever you feel called to do or feel like you need to move this morning, then go ahead and do it. So take a couple of those cat-cow motions on your own. Maybe you need some circles in there. Do whatever feels good for you this morning. And we'll meet back in a neutral spine. And then we're going to move into down dog this morning. So from this position, you just tuck your toes and lift your hips straight toward the sky. And you should be pressing into your mat with your fingers, not pushing back weight on your wrist. And then your head hangs heavy. And you just really elongate your spine. Maybe you pedal it out. This is the first one. Then we're going to walk or hop to the front of your mat to come in between your hands. I'll turn. And we're in a forward fold. So you're allowing your whole body to just hang heavy here. Your neck, everything is just pouring out on the floor. Maybe you bring your elbows, your hands to grab opposite elbows. Maybe you shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Maybe sway side to side. Bring your palms to your shins. Inhale. This is called half lift. So your gaze is in front, your back is flat, and your palms are on your shins. And then fold. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. I think I'm cut off. And then bring your hands down to heart center. Scoot my camera up a little bit. There, now you can see me. So I don't hit that light. And then sink back into your chair pose. So your knees don't go above your ankles and you're just sitting back in your pretend chair this morning. Inhale, come up. Exhale, step back with your left leg. So your left leg takes a nice big stance back. And this is a balancing pose, so make sure you feel grounded in your pose. Drop your back knee. Reach your arms up to the sky. This is half moon. You're really just working through that hip flexor right there. And bring your hands down to the mat. And then drag that front foot almost back. It's called half split. So you're really just stretching out through that whole front leg, hamstring, in like a half split motion. That's why it's called that, I guess. Work your way back up. Step back with your front leg back into your plank. And then push back into down dog. So plank and down dog are really just like two different motions away from each other. Like I'm in plank and then I can push back and be in down dog. Hop or jump or walk or step back in front of your hands. Then you're going to set up for that on the other side. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms all the way up to the top. Exhale, bring them back down to your heart center. I think we stepped back with our left leg last time. So this time we're going to take a nice big step back with your right leg. Into that high lunge. And this is a balancing pose. So just allow yourself to stay here for a moment. How does your 2.0 self show up in this pose? Drop your back leg, knee, leg, knee, same thing. Bring your hands down to the mat, and that front leg, you drag it back towards you. And if you really want to extra intensify the stretch, you can intend on bringing your forehead down to your shin, and that'll really intensify that stretch for you. Push back up and come back into your plank or downward dog. And then walk all the way forward to where you're sitting on your butt with your knees in front. Hopefully you guys can see me. I'm going to move down a little bit. There you go. And then we're going to sink back. And then you just bring your feet out in front of you, almost like boat pose. But we're going to take turns tapping the floor with one toe. So like tap with one foot, just really, really soft and come up. Tap and come up. Tap and come up. Tap. Yes, perfect. I love it. And it's very controlled and strong. Nice. Now we're just going to grab our knees and fold into a ball and just rock back and forth on your spine. Maybe you just grab your knees and they go in a circle. Just give yourself a big hug. Tell yourself something positive while you're giving your knees a big hug, like you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're strong, you're so amazing. Any of those things, all of those things. And when you're ready, come up and sit back in our original cross-legged easy seat. And I just like to take 3 collective breaths together. So bring one hand to your heart and your other hand on top of that one. And take in a big breath in of love and compassion. And send out peace and joy as you exhale. Another big breath in of love and light. And then exhale, send your love and your light back out into the world. Last one, big breath in, taking in love, peace, guidance, all the connectivity around you. And exhale, sending out your love and light to the world. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me today and to do this for yourself. And hopefully you remember to tap